Hello guys, the DB Grinder here, back at it again with another video, and this time we have Flaming Ice with 1,738 rating versus King Dark with 1,326 rating, and it's going to be another high rated DB video, and let's hop right in. And then we are going to see King Dark win the rock, paper, scissors, shoot, so they're going to get to decide if they want to go first or second this match. And then looking at the deck counts, we can see 41 versus 44, gotta hate to see it. And then we are going to see King Dark decide to go first, and then looking at the opening hands, we have Phantasme, Tiding, Levianeer, Seyfried, Quick Launch, so they have one going second card. This could definitely help fix the hand a little bit, drawing the more going second cards maybe. And then they have Recharger, Red Eyes Fusion, Trap Trick, Ecclesia, and Super Poly. So this is Dogmatica, Rocket, Red Eyes. Yeah, it's definitely just a small rocket engine, like for Pepega Ruler, I feel like. So maybe there's even Eldritch in here. Maybe like Buster Blader. Seen that with like the Red Eyes and Dogmatica stuff before. I can't really tell yet, but the Phantasme isn't going to be doing anything. They're going to go Red Eyes Fusion, go send the bricks, and then bring out Dragoon. And then set Trap Trick, set Super Poly, pass turn, draw World Legacy Guard Dragon. And then they're going to go Standby, Trap Trick, Banish Prologue, set Prologue, and then activate it. That's going to go ahead and dump 2, and then Chain Memories. And then they're going to bring out the Buster Blader, and then the Fusion. So they're doing this on Standby to beat like on summon effects, because this doesn't actually negate the effects. If you read it, it just says, also dragon monsters in your opponent's possession cannot activate their effects. Does not say it's negating them. So, assuming they're doing that just to be like on summon effects, like Alistair. Maybe there's another reason they're doing it in Standby. Can't really think of a reason though. Then they're going to go ahead and Quick Launch. That's going to bring out Tracer, then goes to defense. Normal summon Seyfried, and then go ahead turn those into a seal. And then they submit defeat. Yeah, that was pretty quick, but Buster Blader is insane versus this deck. And then moving on to game 2, we are going to go ahead and see Flaming Ice decide to go first, and then look at the opening hand. We have Rocket Synchron, Chamber, Dark Ruler, Chaos Beast, Black Dragon. So this is solid, for sure works. And then even if everything goes downhill, they have Dark Ruler for next turn, out the Buster stuff. And then they have Prosperity, Fusion, Natty's Servant, Quick Launch, and Boot. So it sucks to draw Boot, and it sucks to draw this, but the other cards in their hand are pretty good. They don't have any hand traps. They're going second cards though. They're going to go ahead, normal summon Chamber, effect, go grab Tiding from deck to hand, and then they're going to link that off for Striker Dragon. Striker Dragon effect's going to go ahead and add Boot Sector Launch. And then they're going to Chaos Space, get rid of black, go grab white. Then special summon white by banishing black, Chaos Space, put back black, go ahead and get a free draw. Draws in the Harpies. So next turn they can really deal with the board. And they're going to go ahead, turn those into a Romulus, and then you're going to get Romulus white, go grab black, go grab Ravine from deck to hand. And then they're going to activate Ravine, discard Rocket Synchron, go dump Abs, and then Abs effect to go grab Tracer from the deck to the hand, banish white, summon out black, and then go ahead and turn those into a seal. And then Boot's effect is going to go ahead and bring out Tracer, pop Boot, bring out Recharger, and then go ahead and make LP, and then turn Tracer into Striker Dragon, and then we're going to see LP Effecto activate, bringing out Seyfried. And then they're going to go Striker Dragon, pop LP, grab Recharger, and then Recharger effect, bringing out Tracer from the graveyard, and then go ahead and turn those into a Savage. Savage effect is going to equip Romulus, and then set Tiding. So this is definitely pretty solid. They didn't end up even going through like Pisty here either. So I mean, they could have brought out like, instead of Seyfried, they could have brought out like Brotar, and then Brotar grab a Levy. But I guess they just really want to keep these in hand. I mean, it's kind of hard to lose with like Savage Seal Tiding. I mean, that's a very common end board. But if they wanted to, they could have also done like Levy with this, because they could have, instead of bringing out Seyfried, bring out Brotar, go grab Levy, Striker, pop LP, Recharger, bring out Tracer, make Pisty effect, summon back level 4 Chamber, and then, or even like anything, and then go ahead, turn those into a Savage if they wanted to. So that was definitely a play that they could have done. Then they're going to go ahead and pass, draw Knight. Not a crazy draw, but they are going to summon it. And then go Battle Phase, attack Seal, and then Seal effect, do the bounce. That's going to bounce Knight. Seal, bring out Tracer. Main Phase 2, Quick Launch, bringing out Tracer from deck. And then they're going to activate Prosperity. That's going to go ahead and banish 6. Let's look at those. So we see like Striker, some Buster stuff gone, Super Poly target. And then they're going to be chaining Tracer to Prosperity to pop it to go ahead and summon out Recharger. I've been asked if that is a legal play, and yes, it is. Honestly, you could just do like a Google search of it, and you can kind of show you like what you can and can't do. Like you can't like Pleiades bounce at the you'd be able to like Nadir Servant, chain Pleiades bounce at the hand, and that would be bonkers. I mean, like in like 2014 BA, that would have been nuts. Like Karma Cut target, Pleiades bounce, I wish. And then it can't go back to deck, but it can be destroyed by Tracer. And then they're going to go ahead and mill 6. Let's look at those. So, not really crazy. None of that's really that good. So they're going to grab Ash Blossom. Yeah, that's a good sign for Flaming Ice. That all of those were just garbage. And then go ahead and turn those into an Anaconda. And then on summon, they're going to go Tracer effect, target Romulus. And then that's going to bring out Rocket Synchron. And then here, they're going to let Anaconda activate, paying 2k to go dump Red Eyes Fusion. And then chain Savage to negate that. And then Nadir Servant, go Sun Elder. So they really want to keep this. So they're going to get rid of Elder, and then they don't have like a Nocto engrave or anything to like protect this. And then they're going to go ahead and search. Said, oof, all in my hand. Do the Ecclesia like all in my hand? What does that even mean? They got to be talking foreign right here. This has got to mean like I don't even know, but like where is Ecclesia? You know, like the Where's Waldo? Like where is Ecclesia? But yeah, I mean that was game anyways. I mean they had like Ash and Punishment next turn, like at the most against like, well, maybe they played Maximus, but I doubt it. But yeah, definitely not all in hand, but they were just admitting defeat. Now, moving on to Game 3, we're going to see the Buster Blader player choose to go first. That's pretty obvious. Looking at the opening hands, we can see Tracer, Black Dragon, Rocket Synchron, Abs, and Brotar. So, no going second cards. It would have been really good to see like the Harpies and Dark Ruler. And then they have the Buster Blader, the Prologue, Strike, Super Poly, Ice Dragons. So, solid. They have, Ice Dragon's Prison as an interruption, Strike as an interruption, Super Poly, which will also get this engrave, which isn't like crazy, but then they can Prologue. So, few interruptions for sure. Like, this is just a brick. Like, the deck always draws like one brick. It plays a lot, especially like when you're also playing the Rockets and you also are adding like Recharger and Boot to your deck. Then they're going to set 4 pass, draw Chaos Space. Then they're going to normal summon out Tracer, special summon out Abs. And then go ahead and make that into a Striker Dragon effect. That's going to go ahead and try to add a Boot Sector launch from deck to hand. Then they're going to get rid of those for Romulus. And then Romulus 1, Abs 2, go grab Tracer. And then go ahead and grab Ravine from deck to hand. And then activate Boot. Boot effect, summoning out Rocket Synchron and Tracer from the hand. And then they're going to go Tracer effect, pop Boot, bring out Recharger. Then they're going to Super Poly. Getting rid of Tracer and Recharger to go into a Starving Venom. And then they're going to use that effect on Romulus. Does play... Oh, never mind, no effect. Alright, fair enough. I was just about to say, like, that plays in the talents a little bit. But then they just decided to not activate effect. Fair enough. So not playing in the talents. Activate Ravine, discard Brotar. And then that's going to go ahead and dump Seyford. Then they're going to special summon out black by banishing Seyfried. Then they're thinking on the summon of that, they're going to go Ice Dragon's Prison. Yeah, that's just like more than enough for game, it feels like. Turn Rocket Synchron and the Striker Dragon effect. That's going to go ahead and try to grab back Recharger here. And then add that back to hand. And then Chaos Space, get rid of Recharger, go grab white. Chaos Space, go ahead and put back black. Draws into Seyfried. Yeah, just pass turn. And then they draw a Quick Launch, so this should just be game, right? Yeah. Like, no doubt in my mind that's game. Because that's just, like, they can get to fusion. And then go ahead, get rid of those. That's Anaconda. And then they're going to go ahead, Memories, Banish, bring out the Buster Blader. Also, hold up. So, let me read this real quick. Yeah, I was just making sure I had the Banish from Graveyard. I was fairly certain, like 99% sure, but it's always good to read cards. Like, you don't want to, like, not read something and then end up losing because of it, or, like, throwing a dub because of it. I was just making sure it could banish from Graveyard, or I was going to say last turn they could have also just got rid of this off field to prologue, and that would have been like another form of interruption that I didn't bring up. But this ganks 1,000 attack and defense for each dragon monster your opponent controls or is in their graveyard. So let's go over this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Plus 28. GG's. Anaconda. Alright. So they're going for the, I was going to say they're trying to go for like the overkill there, but, oh, imagine Harpies last turn in the opening hand. Like, that would have stopped everything. All the interruptions that were there would have just went, and yeah, they would have honestly won if they had that. But, you know, fair enough. They are playing 41 cards. They brought this upon themselves. They could have just been playing 40, and they probably would have drawn Harpies and Dark Ruler both games, even game 1 when they didn't have it in their main deck. I just really disagree with this deck at 41. Like, some decks, it is okay. You know, so, like, very, very rarely is it okay to go over 40. I don't think it's okay. Personally, I'm pretty sure I've only entered one tournament ever where I played 41. And I wanted to cut it down to 40 so bad. And looking back on it, I can cut it down to 40. But at the time, like, I was just stressing over the deck. And usually people would change their deck like a day before the tournament. Or like right before they turn their deck list in. And it ends up messing them up a lot. And I was like, you know what? Had a lot of practice with this deck. Trust in the list. And I just kept repeating that to myself. And everyone around me. I was like, just trust in the list. Trust. And, I mean, I ended up bubbling that tournament, and I lost the last 2 rounds in a row. But, hey, the list was not bad. Not bad. But I think it's, like, almost always right to be playing 40. Like that list, you know, going back at it and looking at it, I could have cut it down to 40 easily. I would have actually changed up the list a decent amount. But, yeah, 41 just wrong in Dragons. Like, this deck I think is correct to be playing over 40 because, you know, you're playing the Buster Blader bricks, you're playing Recharger Boo, you're playing the Anaconda, like the Red Eyes Dragoon bricks. There's so many bricks in this deck that I know, like, I always say, like, oh, you want to draw your good cards, but, like, this deck you just play so many bad cards. It's not like Dragon Link where, like, you know, you're not really playing that many bad cards. Like, bad cards. Like, Boot. Like, something you don't want to draw. Like, Brotar you don't really want to draw. I mean, there's, like, very few cards that you really don't want to draw in this deck. This deck 100% should be at 40. I've seen people play, like, over 40. They play, like, 44, 46, 43, like, right around that area. And I think it's wrong. Even, like, you do the math, and you're like, see, I can draw going second card a little bit more consistent. But it's like, yeah, post-side deck, your deck is also a lot worse. You're not drawing, like, your super powerful cards. Like, Chaos Space, this card's insane. I literally want to draw this card every single game. I have to play 40. I would even play 39 in this deck, but right now there's Droll. Whenever there's Droll in the format, it's just not worth playing Upstart in most decks. Like this deck, you'd get punished if you Upstarted. But, that's going to be it for the video. Let's see how long the match was. It was about 27 minutes long. Not bad at all. Rather quick. And with that being said, the DB Grinder signing off. Peace. Have a nice day.